Hello, welcome to Stagehand Shit, the show where we talk about things I learned while being a stagehand. Welcome to my hotel room floor in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. Except I don't know when I'm posting this. Okay, this is something that really didn't hit me until today, but I feel like needs to be emphasized a little bit more. So I've been doing theater since I was like 10 years old, and I know a lot of you have also been doing theater for a long time, or not that long, you know, however long you've been doing it for, it doesn't really matter. But regardless, we all know the big notorious phrase, the show must go on. Except, what if it shouldn't? It's kind of funny because I made a sketch about this like a couple months back. But seriously though, where do we draw the line? I think a lot of us have it like kind of drilled into us that we need to kind of push through everything and keep going no matter what. But there really are some instances where the show really shouldn't go on. And I didn't really notice this when I was, you know, doing like community theater, school theater, or any of that kind of stuff. But the more I got into the professional world and, you know, even going on tour and stuff like that, there were instances where I was like, you know what? This just plain shouldn't be happening. And I think this phrase in itself is oftentimes the reason why things are sometimes shrugged over or just moved on from, because the show must go on, allegedly. But the only reason why this happens is because we tell ourselves that this is why it has to happen. It's the show must go on, not the show must be safe. But at the end of the day, our lives are more important than what we put on a stage. We're more than just stagehands, actors, directors, choreographers, whatever we are. We're people too. You know, we're sisters, daughters, boyfriends, girlfriends, grandparents, we're whatever we are. And I think a lot more of us need to become more comfortable with speaking out against what is unsafe. And not only that, but also being more willing to step away or walk away if something is too unsafe. Like, if there's a huge safety incident, it shouldn't be looked at as a, oh, well, if something happens about it. It should be looked at as a, well, when something happens about it, because something will happen about it. And thankfully, in some areas, there are labor unions, like IATSE, that, like, help protect, you know, these kind of situations. But even so, a majority of the productions out there in the world are non-union and unprotected, in a sense. It honestly really doesn't matter how small you feel in a company. If you feel unsafe, say something about it, or step away. And if doing so prevents you from getting rehired by a company or, you know, getting future work with that company, it's not worth your time. Sometimes the show shouldn't go on for things to change. You're more important than your job. I don't care how long you've been dreaming about it, how much you've been wishing about it, how much you've been hoping for it your entire life. At the end of the day, you're more important than that. Sometimes it's really hard to remember that. The only enemies you make by advocating for yourself are the people you shouldn't be spending your time around anyway, so just get the hell out and move on. Anyway, this one is more for the people who are like just getting started, the little youngins out there, those who want to go do things in the theater realm. Advocate for yourself, and your concerns are valid. Alright, stay spicy, y'all.